Hey, good morning and welcome to BrandsNow here on Radionow 95.3 FM Lagos. Here on BrandsNow, what we basically do is to spotlight businesses, brands that are doing amazing work in the field. My name is George Natural Onuorah, and it's a pleasure to have you join us here on Radionow this morning. And as you know, every other week we have a very special guest join us on the show, and today we have somebody very special. His name is Akinbulejo Onabolu, right?
Absolutely.
Interesting. And he's a result-driven dynamic professional with extensive experience in engineering and commercial operations across the telecoms and multi-access IT industry. And he's currently the head enterprise segment with MTN Nigeria, where he's responsible for creating value and addressing the unique challenges of customers across the enterprise segment. Good to have you join us this morning.
Thank you.
Pleasure. So let's get into the meat of the matter. How does MTN Business enable Nigerian businesses to thrive in today's digital economy?
Interesting question. So how do we do that? It's nice to, first of all, just let people understand what our belief is at MTN.
Okay.
And at MTN, we believe everyone, really everyone, individuals, businesses, deserve the benefits of a modern, connected life. Put that on the side. That's what guides us. How do we then do that? As enterprise business, we work with all of the corporate segments, all of corporate Nigeria, from small businesses through to large enterprises and the public sector. And we mean different things to different people in our line of business. To the small business, we represent market expansion. We represent increased productivity, and we just want to get them to a growth and sustainable phase in their lives. For the larger corporate organizations, for them, we're about cost optimization, bringing out some of their costs, operational and business efficiencies for them, and just working with them on that journey through market leadership. And for the public sector, which I really love, I mean, it includes all of the federal government, state governments, foreign missions, schools, tertiary institutions. For them, we're about ensuring that there's proper governance, ensuring that there's citizen engagement, and just kind of like inclusive governance, apart from the host of solutions and services which we give them. And our portfolio allows us to be all of these to all of these entities, all of these corporate entities.
Interesting. I'm really curious, yes, based on what you said. I wonder if I were a small business right now listening to you, I'm thinking, how can I leverage some of these things that you do to basically build my business for the better?
I like that. So let's look at a nice example. So a nice small business. I'm selling a couple of wares. I've gone through this innovative cycle. I have this bright idea, and I want to start selling this. I've created everything I need, and then I have technology challenges. I need connectivity. So people need to know what it is I do. I need to be somewhere. So we start with the marketplace. We start with digital presence. We move on to curating all of your wares, all of your content, the tools you need, cloud-based, so you don't have to spend a lot of money to start to get some of these tools. Oh, I need to sell some of these things. Where do I get customers from? How do my customers know about this? And then we start to engage you to understand that, okay, you are in this catchment area. You're selling this kind of services. I want customers who are potentially aged 17 to 25, fairly affluent. You see how we're starting to create a profile of the customer, and you're trying to get to that market segment. Let's even say you are a designer, for example, and I'd like to collaborate with somebody who's sitting in Ghana. Then we start to talk about some of our collaboration tools and how you can work together real time with someone in Ghana, paying in Naira for some of those. So we're talking about digital advertising, collaboration tools, productivity tools, a host of them. just to allow your business to thrive. We take care of all of your technology problems while you focus on your innovation and your products. That's for a small business.
That sounds good. Yeah, but I worry about funding, right? Because funding usually is the challenge of major small businesses. So how do you work to ensure that you kind of alleviate the funding challenge that people will have? Because I'll give you an instance. Right now, we know data is not so cheap, right, for a lot of people. So how do you ensure that you help these small businesses with such concerns that they probably do have?
Okay, it's an interesting question. In terms of funding, we are very, very, very mindful of the pressure points that our customers face. So we genuinely, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, price in such a manner that is just slightly cost reflective, but at least creating value on one hand. That is one hand of it. On the second hand of it, we like to co-create with our customers. So understand their pressure points and start to meet them. There are a host of data and connectivity solutions that we provide. Again, also remember that we as MTN are a microcosm of corporates, so we also feel a lot of these pressures. So that also goes into our own innovation cycle and building for customers. So we absolutely try to create these ecosystems where there's a lot of value being built by even the businesses for their customers and partners and us. So we try to do that and, of course, enable the local ecosystems so that, yes, you do have some costs which you have to bear for connectivity and other things, but you also, there's also many opportunities to leapfrog.
Interesting way to put it. Now, but for a business with several locations, maybe they're here in Lagos, they're in Oka, they're in Kano and whatnot. How can they actually leverage MTN solutions to streamline their operations and basically reduce costs, which is what most businesses are looking to do?
So I like that. When you look at businesses with multiple locations, you typically start to think, oh, the banks, what do they need? Yes, they need wide area networking. Those are right up our own sweet alley in terms of connectivity solutions. They have core services, so you want to guarantee access to those. So we have a host of traditional and next generation connectivity solutions. But what does that really mean for a smaller business? Yes, so looking at a smaller business, look at the guy in Oka or the guy in Aba who's also building things out and collaborating here. What kind of solutions do we have for them? We have, honestly, bite-sized connectivity solutions, relying on, of course, our 5G network, which, and again, very affordable, which allows them to be able to collaborate. So we have our traditional connectivity solutions for the big businesses and also smaller ones. And we continue to push and try to get to the point where the customer doesn't even feel it, where you know that, okay, this organization is just dealing with my technology needs. We're moving away from being just a telco to a techco. So we're just creating value on top of all of the connectivity solutions.
And so what you're essentially saying is no matter your size, we have a solution for you.
Absolutely. Again, small businesses, we have the mobile connectivity solutions bundled with digital advertising. So there's quite a bit that we're doing in that space for the segment.
Interestingly, you're not the only players in this industry, right? So what sets you and your brand apart from the other players who are in the industry? And why should these other businesses actually choose you over them?
I love that question. What separates us? I think traditionally we'll have talked about the widest coverage, best quality of service. But we've moved beyond that into a customer obsession for us. We want to understand our customers better. We start every engagement understanding the customer's pain points with a view of co-creating with this customer. So it's not a case of, oh, I want this, I'm taking this off the shelf. I want to build your solution for you that deals with your own particular problems. We start with a mobile-first approach. You know what, you're dealing in a digital space. Most people, a lot of people are having their first experience on mobile devices. So we start with mobile first, guiding you, working with you to at least tease some of your solutions and services out. we're very, very mindful of cost. You've talked about cost. As an organization, we are very mindful of cost. So we bring that into everything we do. Then we move to scale. How do we help you scale? Because every business is about scale. Scale allows you to generate revenues, start to bring down your cost, and there's a lot more profitability. And as you scale, you build additional ecosystems behind and around you. So that is, for us, is one of the big things. In terms of some of the intrinsic assets we have, so we sit on a customer base of over 80 million, over 50 million active data customers. We have over, I think, 850 corporates we serve, 100 foreign missions, public sector entities, and I think somewhere about 1 million small businesses that sit with MTN. That is a platform that allows every business to serve in and be served. Just imagine what that ecosystem looks like. And that is what separates us from other telcos. We just want to build with you and enable you.
It's interesting listening to you put it in that manner, right? But I'm curious again, and it's not a bad thing to be curious, yes?
Healthy.
Indeed. You've talked about having over 1 million businesses, right, on your platform. Is there a way that these businesses can actually, basically collaborate with each other? Do they have that access on your platform?
It's interesting how much I know I can say at this point and how much I may not be able to say. But I think we have a fantastic partnerships program where we bring in customers and also partners local. We're very big on local ecosystems and local players to at least start to build for themselves and sell to themselves. We have platforms that we're also currently building out, which allows small businesses to interact with themselves. So absolutely, yes. I know we do have a heavy presence also for small businesses in tech, where they're allowed, where they collaborate with each other. And I mean, as simple as a WhatsApp message, "Hi, MTN, I'm thinking about this. What do you guys think? Is there someone here that can do this?" And boom, a match made in heaven. So we're very mindful of that. And I think it's ecosystem orchestration for us. That is really, really big thing.
And so as we begin to round off, really, because we're running out of time already, how can businesses get started with MTN solutions, and what support does MTN offer to ensure a seamless transition or onboarding process?
I've been reached out to a lot on different social media pages, handles. Find anybody in MTN and just talk to them. I'm trying to do something. I have an inquiry. The organization is really, really responsive, really listening, and we just want to get feedback from people and also respond. So typically you'd find that you reach out to someone, he would point you in the right direction, or she will point you in the right direction. But even if all that fails and you are shy, you don't want to reach out, you don't want to cold call, let's talk.ng@mtn.com.
Your website?
At MTN NG Business on the different social media handles. Online is www.mtn.ng/business. Business, of course, is BUSINESS. And of course, you can always email us, let's talk.ng@mtn.com. Other than that, I mean, find anybody on any of the social media handles, on LinkedIn, just find any of the MTN staff in Nigeria, and we would always point you in the right direction.
Are you on LinkedIn?
Yes, I am on LinkedIn at Akinbulejo Onabolu.
Awesome.
So you'd find me there.
Awesome. All right. So a little or small businesses listening to you right now, what's your final word to them as we round off?
I think I like to let small businesses know that we have grown organically, and we want to enable other businesses stand on our own shoulders to grow. There's the misconception that, oh gosh, MTN, am I buying a Rolls Royce? Absolutely not. Let's sit together, let's have conversations around your business needs, your business challenges. I mean, where you want to go. MTN operates in pretty much all of Africa. We have a huge center of excellence. There are very few problems you may have that we haven't seen and we haven't dealt with. Let's work with you to develop those.
Interesting. I want to say thank you so much for sharing your insight and, of course, your expertise on what you do at MTN with
You're
us
very
today.
welcome, James.
Yes, we've been speaking to Akinbulejo Onabolu, who is the head enterprise segment with MTN Nigeria, where he's responsible for creating value and addressing the unique challenges of customers across enterprise segments. Thank you once again for your time.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome.
Pleasure.